Hello everyone and welcome to Ask a Specialist and PruvIt's Facebook Live. Sorry I'm a couple minutes late. It has been snowing in Kansas, so I'm kind of chasing the sun around today. So while we're taking a few more minutes for our other Prover friends and new people introducing into PruvIt, I'm going to try to adjust my lighting here a little bit. So hopefully that's better lighting for everybody. We still have a couple minutes, so know that you can share this with someone. You can let them know that they can join us at Facebook Live. You can always share it later if you'd like. So again, just trying to get the sun a little bit better here today for you without too much of a close-up. So my name is Dr. Heather Carden. I am a local healthcare practitioner in Overland Park, Kansas. This is a season of blessings. This is a season of sharing and the season of giving. And I just wanted to start off today by thanking Brian and Nancy Underwood. I feel very privileged every Wednesday to be here. A mission as a healthcare professional is really to teach and to share. And through Facebook Live and through PruvIt, I'm actually able to help people share and educate people on the information of ketones, on healthy fats, on ketosis, and the first exogenous therapeutic ketone. So I feel very blessed I'm here every day. I want to thank each and every one of you for being here, for listening, for adding your comments. I know I don't have time to say hello to everyone everywhere around the globe, but know that as I see the hearts and I go back and read them, I sincerely appreciate all the nice comments, the hearts and thumbs up that you give me. So we are going to get down to business if that's okay. Sorry, still just trying to adjust the lighting here a little bit more. So I am one of your PruvIt nutrition specialists. PruvIt really does a great job in leading the market in education of ketones therapy, not only through the Keto Academies, but also through every Wednesday when we have Ask a Specialist, our Monday night and Tuesday night state of call play, really just to further educate you and your friends and your family. So we're gonna get down to business. What is ketosis? Ketosis is simply a byproduct of fat metabolism. We have been burning ketones our entire life. And many of you will hear me say that ketones are safe womb to tomb because we know that babies are born in ketosis. Mothers are often in ketosis. The breast milk of mothers contain ketones. So we know that it is safe for everyone. We know that every single cell in our body knows how to use ketones for energy. And that's what ketones are. They're a superior energy source for our bodies. A lot of us have been burning glucose for the past several decades, and we kind of see where that's gotten us in our healthcare crisis. So when we can go back to the basics and we can go back to our native fuel source and burn ketones for fuel, we can have amazing results. We can achieve those healthcare benefits that we're looking for. So ketones are a byproduct of fat metabolism. Ketosis just means that your body's in the state that's actually burning fats for fuel or burning ketones for fuel. You can measure that 3 different ways: through urine, through blood, or through breath. But know that when your body's in ketosis, you will actually feel it. You'll feel like you have more focus. You're going to feel like you're sleeping amazing. Your recall of your list and daily jobs are going to be much easier. Moods are much better. You're less easy to agitate. And those things are all super important this time of year. I know no matter what religion you are and no matter where you are, winter times are super stressful for everyone. So know that there's help on the way, or you actually may have help in your own cabinet through the source of ketones and keto cream. So we've established what ketones are. We know what ketosis is. So what is Keto OS? Keto OS is the first pure therapeutic exogenous ketones. What that means is we don't have to go into a ketogenic diet, which is a super low carb diet, high fat, moderate protein, which is about less than 5% carbohydrates. So that generally takes our body several days to week to get into that, to get the amazing benefits of ketones. So we know that we can simply drink Keto OS and get into ketosis in less than 59 minutes. So if you're looking for more energy, if you're looking for better clarity, if you're looking for better sleep, better moods, and fat loss, balancing out your insulin throughout the day, know that Keto OS is that nutritional supplement that can help you do that. Why have we not heard about that before? Why is this word ketones kind of overtaking the market? It's because PruvIt did it. That's all I have to say. They did it. They made the first pure exogenous ketone that we can drink as a consumer and be in ketosis within 59 minutes. So I'm going to get started here with some questions, and know at the end of the segment today, I always go through all of the different versions or varieties so that we know maybe what's best for you if you've tried one and maybe you're looking for a different flavor. Maybe your health benefits have been met with one of the Keto OSs and we can go for another one. So first of all, I want to say cheers to everyone. I am actually trying Michael Rutherford's recipe. He shared it with me a couple weeks ago at the KC Spark, but I ordered the Yep, a WIT old school. I'm combining the 2.0 with the max. It is phenomenal. So know that you can mix any of the keto OSs. You can mix it with the keto cream. I love this. I actually love the chocolate, but I know you didn't ask me that. This is actually my new favorite one. So Michael, thanks for introducing this to me, and I think this is going to be in my hand for the next several days and months and years. So anyway, let's get started here. So I've had a couple questions here. So Heather's asking if you're in ketosis. Let me see. Are you truly in ketosis when you're only drinking keto OS? So are you in ketosis? Yes. The definition of ketosis, if you look it up on anybody or Google ketosis, it simply means an elevated level of blood ketones. And we know that with 99% predictability, keto OS can do that. You drink ketones, our body has a higher level of ketones, which means we're in ketosis. So yes, you are truly in ketosis when you're drinking keto OS. And don't confuse exogenous ketones with endogenous ketones. When we talked about the ketogenic diet, which is a really low carb diet, takes us weeks or days to get into, it's a kind of fragile state, know that our body's making endogenous ketones through our liver and a big other process. When we drink keto OS, no matter what version it is, we simply drink it. They're exogenous ketones, they're water soluble, they get into our blood system, and our body's using ketones for fuel, or we can get all the amazing benefits of ketones. So yes, it is a true state of ketosis through exogenous ketones, not through endogenous ketones. So I just had a question about thyroid. So John, I'm going to answer that question. I think I get this about every week. So I know that there's many new people on here, so welcome new people. And if it's a question you've heard before, then maybe this is a great time to kind of get this conversation locked in your head and you know how to answer it the next time. So Bridget, old school product, I'll go back to that. So John, yes, when we just simply talk about what are exogenous ketones or what is keto OS, it is simply a fuel for our body. Our body runs on glucose or it can run on ketones. For the first time ever, we can actually run in a dual fuel source. I can drink my keto OS, I can burn ketones for 2 to 6+ hours, and then when the keto OS is out of my system because it's water soluble, then my body will convert back to using glucose. So it can switch between ketones and glucose depending on many factors, my diet, my exercise, sleep, I mean, many other things can happen. On a true ketogenic diet, your body's making endogenous ketones. But with that being said, you can still use keto OS on an endogenous ketones. There are a lot of studies out there where they'll take athletes or they'll take people suffering from seizures. These are not studies done by PruvIt or funded by PruvIt. They are real clinical studies that you can search for in PubMed or some of the other Google searches for medical sources. But you can see when you're already on a ketogenic diet or in a mild state of ketosis, you drink keto OS and exogenous ketones, your levels actually rise. And the great thing is, again, ketones are water soluble. If your body doesn't need it, it won't use it and your body will just get rid of it. So it's totally safe. It's safe for your liver, it's safe for your gallbladder, safe for your pancreas, safe for your kidneys, because again, with exogenous ketones, your liver's not making them. PruvIt made them for you. You just simply have to drink them and put them in. So with the thyroid is the ignition for our body. Our adrenal glands are little glands that sit on top of our kidneys. They are the engine for our body. So if you think of keto OS as being a superior fuel, we're just putting a really high grade fuel that our body knows what to do, a native source of fuel into our body. So our ignition, which is our thyroid, should work much better, and our engine, which is our adrenal glands, should run much better. So think of it in simple terms. It's an energy source for our body that we can drink and utilize within about 20 minutes. And yes, Anna, it is safe for diabetics. For further information on that, you can go to PruvItNow.com. Go all the way to the bottom, under contacts, it says Help Center. There's amazing articles there under how ketones are safe for pregnant women, they're safe for breastfeeding, they're safe for children. Keto OS is safe for type 1 and type 2 diabetics, because we know with diabetes, the body's actually concerned about the release of insulin. When we drink Keto OS, we do not have to worry about the release of insulins, because fats, when we break them down, do not need insulin. And Keto OS is not a food source, it's not a meal replacement, it's specifically exogenous ketones. So our insulin level should not have to be used or secreted at all, so our glucose shouldn't rise. So that's why it's safe for people with type 1 and type 2 diabetes. But for further information, you can Google that. If you want third-party testimonies, you can go to our Facebook page, which you're on right now. Little search bars up at the right-hand corner, and you can put in type 1 diabetes, type 2 diabetes, and you can see other people's anecdotal evidence or their own testimonies. I know in our office over the last 15 months, we've definitely seen people who have not changed their diet diet very much. They've added in exogenous ketones and blood sugar levels have decreased. With that being said, ketones are safe with any diet. You do not have to change your diet to get the benefits of ketones. So if you're wanting them for neuroprotection or you're wanting them for anti-inflammatory, you don't have to go on a ketogenic diet. You don't have to go on a paleo diet or South Beet diet or low carb diet, grain free diet, any diet you can list. There's a lot of them out there. Know that as a physician and PruvIt really focusing on lifestyle, we do focus on whole food eating and real food eating, but know that you don't have to go on a very strict diet or any diet at all. You can simply drink Keto OS and get exogenous ketones. For more information, download the playbook. It's an amazing source to tell us how we can use ketones for fuel on any diet, whether you're an athlete or a diabetic or someone just wanting the neural protection. So Ryan is asking about fibromyalgia. So I'm going to group fibromyalgia along with a lot of other anti-inflammatory issues or inflammatory. We know that ketones, we have 3 of them in our body that we make, but Keto OS specifically has beta-hydroxybutyrate. That beta-hydroxybutyrate stops an inflammatory process or inhibits it from happening called NLRP3 inflammasome. So with fibromyalgia or arthritis or psoriatic arthritis or any type of inflammation, whether it's acute strain sprain, chronic strain sprain, I would put fibromyalgia. People have a lot of inflammation. Lupus has a lot of inflammation that we know if we can drink Keto OS and we can reduce inflammation because it stops NLRP3 inflammasome, and you can Google beta-hydroxybutyrate or ketones with inflammation and find a lot of research out there supporting the documentation with exogenous ketones. You put them in your body, the body reduces inflammation. But again, we're not making any medical claims. We are simply sharing what the information is about ketones and Keto OS. Tasha's saying a blood test would be best. Yes, Tasha, this is a great question. I get this quite a bit. People will start using Keto OS, are super excited, they go to the bathroom, they use the ketone urine sticks, and they change color. Again, I'm not concerned if it's a light pink or a dark purple. Just know that any change in color indicates that your body's in ketosis, which means you have a higher level of ketones, your body's using fat for fuel. But know that after a bit of time, it can be 3 or 4 or 6 weeks, the more your body gets fat adapted or keto adapted, those urine sticks will give you a false positive. What that means is that you'll go to, I'm gonna say a false negative. You'll go test and you're like, man, I feel great. I know I'm in ketosis, but the strip is not turning a color. So number one, make sure it's still in date because those expire really, really quickly, especially if they're not kept super tight once opening. And know that once your body figures out, hey, this is gonna be a sustainable fuel source, I'm gonna get this every day, I'm gonna use ketones for fuel, then your body will actually start to conserve the beta-hydroxybutyrate, even flip it over to another ketone body called acetoacetate, then the urine strips are not gonna be showing urine ketosis anymore. That's where the blood meter is far more predictable. And if you're a person with a maybe a medical condition that you're using the ketogenic diet or using exogenous ketones for under your doctor's supervision, know that you're a person I'm going to suggest that you use, check your blood meter more frequently than someone else, but someone else just using it for the benefits. Go by how you feel. Don't get all caught up in your ketone numbers or your urine color. Know that if you feel amazing, your body's in ketosis. If you have less craving, your body's in ketosis. If you are sleeping like a rock and waking up feeling refreshed, your body's in ketosis. So some biohackers out there want to test everything. I would say just go by how you feel and know that your body can feel better. I'm going to answer questions a little bit quicker here. So I saw a question about kidneys. Someone just having one kidney. Yes, Keto OS is safe for kidney disease. If you've had a history of kidney stones, please consult your doctor. We've got a great little information there about adding in some potassium citrate if you have a history of making kidney stones. But know that Keto OS is not endogenous ketones. It's exogenous. It's water soluble. Your body excretes what it doesn't need, and it is safe if you had a kidney issue or a liver issue if you only have one kidney. But again, check with your medical doctor before starting any nutritional supplement. So Lori's asking about high blood pressure. So this is a kind of a common question that we get. People who either have a history of high blood pressure or are concerned about maybe their heart rate or blood pressure issues. First thing was make sure you check with your doctor. Number two, make sure that you're drinking plenty of water. Our body's about 79% water. We know there's a large amount of population of people who are dehydrated. Ketones have a wonderful mild diuretic effect. It pulls water out of fat cells, it reduces inflammation. So if you're not drinking enough water, yes, you could experience a raise in blood pressure because that's just a pumping of our heart, right? So a mild dehydration, you could experience a higher level of blood pressure. And you know if you're not a good water drinker out there. I have patients all day long like, I know I'm terrible with water. Drink more water. Reduce your serving of Keto OS, or if you're just starting it and concerned about blood pressure issues, start with a very small serving, maybe a fourth a serving for 3 or 4 days. Don't worry about the urine sticks and the color of it, or maybe start with a half a serving and then increase from there and continue to monitor your blood pressure. But first rule out, number one, are you drinking enough water? General rule of thumb is a half an ounce per body pound. Of course, that's the general rule. If you're 400 or 500 pounds, we would not have you drinking 250 ounces of water. But no, 64 to 100 ounces is normal for most Americans. And if you're an athlete, you need more water. Know that also low magnesium can also cause high blood pressure. My sun is moving now as it still stopped snowing. So I'm going to move my light here. So know that you can add magnesium very safely. You can pick it up at your local health food store or at your local pharmacy or chiropractor's office or naturopath's office. Magnesium can also affect our blood pressure. So make sure plenty of water, reduce your serving, and add maybe a healthy multi-mineral in there, which is magnesium, sodium, and potassium. So Jennifer's asking, will it improve kidney function? We're not making any claims, Jennifer, but you can Google ketones and kidney disease, and you can also find Dr. Jason Fung's done a lot of information about people with kidney impairment or one kidney or people on dialysis and how ketones can actually help that. But again, just think of the bigger picture. Inflammation. Inflammation can be in form in a lot of different ways. We know that ketones, specifically beta-hydroxybutyrate, reduces inflammation. Crystal, I don't care which magnesium. I know that magnesium citrate or a chelated magnesium, but just buy a good quality one. Don't buy one that's a 2-for-1 with the yellow tag, or ask your chiropractor, naturopath, or pharmacist for a recommendation. So yes, Pamela, we had talked about ketones are safe for pregnancy. We know that breast milk has a high level of ketones. We know that we're even putting extra ketones or MCT oil in our baby formulas on the shelf. So you can go to the grocery store and pick up in the infant section, pick up the baby formulas. We're actually adding more of those healthy fats if people are using supplementation for feeding babies, because breast milk does have a high level of fat in it. So Miranda's asking about ketones balancing out hormones. So Miriam, I'm sorry if I said your name wrong. Everything switches pretty quickly there. So Keto OS does not have any hormones in it. It is a fuel for our body, and it's a byproduct of fat metabolism. Our brains are 60% fat. I know you guys hear me say it every week, but our brain dictates the entire function of our body. So if our brains are 60% fat, ketones are a byproduct of fat metabolism. If we give more healthy fats to our body, our brains are going to respond better. So ketones also act like signalers for our brain, and know that our pituitary and hypothalamus actually are signalers for all of our thyroid-releasing hormones, follicle-stimulating hormones, growth hormone. All those things are actually signaled from our brain. So if ketones can be absorbed and really a superior source of fuel for the brain, we even see as the body ages that the body actually chooses to absorb ketones or uptake ketones for performance over glucose. So that's true that we're seeing in dementia and Alzheimer's patients. Again, you can Google and look for that information. PruvIt has not funded any of those studies. I always want to make sure you say that we're taking what we have known for 100 years of all the amazing researchers that have studied ketones, and we've put it into a technology that you can drink and get all the benefits from that. So I'm going to talk about weight loss here. See Jared. So Jared, thanks for posting those links up there for everyone, and thanks for sharing that. I always like when I've got a wingman or 2 or 3 or wingwoman on the arm that's helping post those things. So thanks, Jared, for doing that. We know that ketones, or Keto OS, is not a weight loss supplement. It is not a weight loss supplement. But however, the byproduct or the benefits of ketones lead to fat loss. Just think why most people overeat. Are they overeat because they're tired? They think grabbing something sugary is going to spark their metabolism or make them feel better. Are they eating because they're having cravings? So are they eating because they're tired? So we know that ketones provide better sleep. So if you're eating because you're tired, we know that we're going to get a better energy source. So you're going to be less likely to go for that grab to or quick non-food item, I would call that, which would be like a Pop-Tart or Twinkie or something, but non-food items. We know that ketones actually reduce craving. So we even saw that holidays that I was recommending before Thanksgiving or before Christmas, before a party, have those ketones in your body, because they do affect the brain. They do reduce cravings. You can Google ketones and food cravings. It's a great time to use that around the holidays. 1, for energy, so you don't go for those non-food items. 2, so it reduces craving. And 3, it actually helps stabilize blood sugar. So when you have exogenous ketones in your body, there's a great article in the Help Center that Dr. Veach wrote. When we have exogenous ketones in the body, our body releases less insulin, which means we make less glucose, which means we deposit less fat. Insulin and glucose's major job is to deposit fat. Glucose for energy and insulin for depositing fat. So if we can release less insulin, then our body's going to respond much better and have much better success throughout your day, whether it's sleeping, because everyone needs to sleep and repair, or functioning throughout the day. Jessica's asking if it's important to switch up the Keto OS. Jessica, I don't think it's important unless you just are looking for different health benefits or want to try a different taste. I always tell people the key ingredient is the beta-hydroxybutyrate in all of them. So drink what tastes good. Beta-hydroxybutyrate is the reason that you're drinking Keto OS, and it is the reason that you're drinking Max. So you're getting BHB in all of those 3 products. So drink what tastes good. If you get tired of the chocolate, you have a chocolate craving, I think the 3.0 is an amazing thing to help people with, I almost said women, help people with chocolate cravings. But know that if you're just kind of tired of the orange flavor because now it's wintertime and you want a different flavor, or you're thinking of Maui and you want to be on the beach, then know that we can actually drink the Maui Punch. So you can mix and match any of the flavors throughout the day. They do have a few different properties added to them, which we'll mention at the very end, which is in just a few minutes. So I want to help a few more people answer questions. I saw one again about kidney. Today's a lot of questions about kidneys. So Jennifer's asking, do ketones help with fat buildup in the fatty liver? So I don't know, Jennifer, you're asking about fatty liver disease, but I'll definitely talk about that. We've got a new disease on the rise called non-alcoholic fatty liver disease. It is not from fats, but again, remember, Keto OS, you're not using your liver. Your body's not having to break down fats. It is not making endogenous ketones. We are simply giving exogenous ketones, which go straight into the blood supply and your body uses within about 20 to 30 minutes. So we don't have to worry about the liver doing anything. However, with 2.1, we have a little bit of MCT oil. Your liver does have to, and liver likes MCT oil. So your liver has to break down a little bit of that to help give you a little bit more energy, but there's no MCT oil in the 3.0 or the Max, so there's no worries there that your liver has to do anything. So you simply drink it and your body can do that. But again, if my answers are too brief or too short, go to the Help Center, PruvItNow.com, all the way at the bottom. I'm waiting for Jared to post that for me. PruvItNow.com, all the way at the bottom, it says Help Center. Press that. The first tab will give you about 20 different questions about the product label. There is a little bit of dairy in 2.1, why we have the salt in Keto OS, really how to start with that. The playbook's also there. The next tab has everything you need to know about pregnancy and Keto OS, liver concerns, kidney concerns, diabetes, type 1, type 2, all those things are right there in the Help Center. And gosh, there's a lot of great testimonies here. So even if you don't want to listen to me, I would go back and read the testimony. There's an amazing amount of testimony. So while I'm still reading a couple of questions here, we'll talk about workout in just a second. I want to know, because we're growing at such a rapid rate and so many new people are joining the PruvIt community. Number one, if you are brand new to Ask a Specialist here, and know that myself and Dr. Andrew Campitelli are your nutrition specialists. We answer all those questions that go into support@PruvItHQ.com. And I want to see a number two if you've been on here before, or you're joining, or you're with PruvIt and you're a prover and you're sharing with other people. So one, if you're brand new and have never been on this Facebook Live, and two, if you are a frequent follower and love hearing the great information about ketones and how they can help you and your family. Jenny, we talked about hypothyroidism, or the thyroid. So when we talked about the thyroid, whether it's hyperthyroid, hypothyroid, Hashimoto's, Graves' disease, it's still the same conversation. The thyroid is the engine for our body, and we're giving it a superior fuel source through Keto OS. Keep it super simple. And again, you can Google all the information that you need. I'm going to talk, I had a question come in that I promised I would address. Someone said I was drinking the 2.1 and I was having some tummy aches, so I switched to the 3.0. And first question is, why do I have tummy aches or have any type of gastric disturbances? Our bodies have been using or burning carbohydrates primarily for fuel for several decades, or depending how old you are. I'm not going to call that out, but no, our body's been using carbohydrates. So when we introduce MCT and ketone bodies, our bodies maybe haven't experienced that since we were born. So your body may have a little reaction to the MCT oil. So we simply ask you just to reduce that a little bit. If you're having constipation when you're drinking Keto OS, any of them, know that ketones, again, are a mild diuretic. So they are pulling out water out of fat cells, taking out the inflammation, and know that our large intestine's major job is to reabsorb water. So if you write me a question, I'm having constipation with Keto OS, number one, are you drinking enough water? And enough water generally is in ½ an ounce per body pound. And then reduce the Keto OS. Your body just isn't ready for that many ketones all at one time. Second question about gas. And some people say, well, I'm drinking the 3.0 and I'm experiencing more gas. And I'm thinking, that's amazing. Why is it amazing that I'm having more gas with 3.0? Because 3.0 has a prebiotic in it, which is called inulin or chicory root, and actually turns on healthy bacteria. So some of that's just your body getting things turned on. So don't be embarrassed. Know it's a great thing, and maybe just drink your timing when you're going to be alone or know when that happens. But know that that's actually a great thing if you're getting some increased gas production with 3.0, because your body's turning on healthy bacteria in your gut that we definitely need. Yes, Julia, it is safe for a person with gastric sleeve or lap band. Know that most people who've had a gastric bypass surgery, again, consult with your physician, but know that you are limited to a certain volume. We do recommend that you drink 12 to 16 ounces of water with 1 serving of Keto OS. If you've had a bypass or a sleeve or some type of surgery that your doctor limits only 4 to 6 ounces, then I'm going to recommend that you reduce the serving of Keto OS. I would not want to see a whole packet mixed up with only 4 or 6 ounces of water. And again, just drink it slower over time. So adjust that as your stomach tells you and as your doctor advises. Yes, you can have ketones every single day. What happens if I stop drinking ketones? You simply stop getting the benefits. I get that question. How long do I need to drink ketones? As long as you want the benefits, as long as you want to feel amazing, as long as you want the energy, as long as you want to sleep better, you want to have better moods, you want to keep your thermostat, which is your thyroid, running much cleaner and better. And we know that as our body ages, our metabolism starts to slow down. We know that ketones actually increase metabolism. So we are right here at our time zone. So I want to thank everyone for being on today. If I did not get your question answered, go to the Help Center first. And if it's a specific case, then maybe go to the Facebook page in the search bar and put down hypothyroid or Hashimoto's or irritable bowel. Put that in there and you can see some real testimony from real people who've been taking Keto OS for a while. And if you can't get your question answered there, then send it into PruvIt@hq.com. So here we go through the run through of our Keto OS. Sorry, I'm still trying to dodge the sun here a little bit. We had snow in Kansas. It's super exciting. 2.1. First, somebody said, what does old school mean? Keto OS has gone through a variety of changes as we opened up last September and even through our beta testing. So this is 2.1. We just had an amazing sale on the 2.1. It is a highly concentrated form of Keto OS. It has beta hydroxybutyrate, but the salt blend is a little bit different. We experienced people who were not fat adapted having some gastric disturbance with this. So when we listened, or PruvIt listened to the people said, hey, I'm getting a little bit of stomach irritation, I'm not able to get to a full serving, then we made 2.0 and finally 2.1. And what 2.1 is just a little bit different variety of the salts that we found in the 1.0 and the 1.2 and the 2.0. But right now we have 2.1. It's an amazing orange flavor, or orange dreamsicle, as many people say. It has MCT oil. A little bit of dairy is used to help plate the MCT to the beta hydroxybutyrate. It has, and again, all three of them can come with caffeine or without caffeine. So if you're pregnant or a child or a person concerned with blood pressure issues, definitely choose the caffeine free. So 2.1, it has MCT oil plus beta hydroxybutyrate. I've got them all down here. The chocolate I thought I had, I don't have it with me. I grabbed a whole bunch. The 3.0 is the chocolate flavor. It does not have any MCT. So if you've had an issue maybe with the MCT oil, even if you tried MCT on the side in your diet and you know that your gut doesn't respond well, then the 3.0 is a great option for you. It is an international formula. It does not have any dairy in it. It has butyric acid or butyrate in it instead of the MCT. Butyrated butyric acid, generally found from like grass-fed butter and things that you eat, is a great anti-inflammatory. It's a great source of energy. MCT is also a great source of energy, but if your body or you don't like the orange flavor, go for the chocolate. The 3.0 is butyrate instead of MCT, the same beta hydroxybutyrate, which we love and we drink. It's a ketone body that we use to get fuel to our body. Plus it has the prebiotic we talked about that may give you a little bit of gas. Again, it's just turning on healthy bacteria, but inulin and chicory root is the prebiotic. It's the same name, I just say those together. It's been used for centuries for blood sugar management, anti-inflammatory. So again, it's just great for the gut. Plus it has additional amino acids, and everyone can use amino acids, whether you're a child or a person who's maybe not as active as you wanted to, or a super athlete who's really overworking out, or an elite athlete working out a whole bunch. We're tearing down muscles every time we work out. We know that ketones are muscle sparing, didn't mention that earlier, but having those additional amino acids are wonderful. So we found out what we have in the 2.1, which is the orange dream, the 3.0, which is the chocolate, and now we have Max. And Max is just like it sounds. It is the most bioavailable ketone supplement on the market. So it is a pure therapeutic ketone supplement. There's no MCT oil, but you can add MCT if you want it. There's no butyrate, but you can add a tablespoon of grass-fed butter if you want to put more fats in there. But know that this is an amazing Maui Punch flavor. All of them are flavored with essential oils. There's no artificial flavoring. There's no artificial coloring. They are all gluten-free. They're all soy-free. They are all nut-free and shellfish-free. But Max is certified, the salts are kosher-free, and it is dairy-free and is sport-informed improved. So it means it is approved by the Sport-Informed Committee. And we know that, again, it's kosher-free, vegan certified or kosher certified, and gluten-free. I'm trying to read backwards. So it's an amazing product. It is Max, so it is a little bit stronger. You'll feel the blend of the ketones. So what they've done is taken the beta-hydroxybutyrate and blended it to a stronger force. So you'll feel a quicker spike or peak in the ketones. When they rush to your body, they've got 38% more oxygen and they have more energy. So sometimes that's the rush that people feel, or the tingling that they feel. It's actually more oxygen to your brain, which is a great thing to happen. I know people will say, I've been using the Max, I'm having to work twice as hard in my workout because my heart rate's not getting up, because you're getting more oxygen in your body when you're burning ketones for fuel or fats for fuel. So hopefully that answers the questions about 2.1, 3.0, and Max. And lastly, I don't want to forget to talk about Keto Cream. I know I'm a few minutes over here. Keto Cream does not have any ketones in it. No ketones, so please don't drink Keto OS and then, drink Keto Cream and say, I didn't get any ketones in my urine. It is not a ketone body. There's no beta-hydroxybutyrate or acetoacetate or acetone. No ketone body in Keto Cream. However, it gives you all the amazing building blocks your body needs to make ketones in a very readily usable form. It has MCT powder, it has coconut powder, and it has a patent of Ceylon cinnamon. So it has all the amazing benefits. It's 15 grams of wonderful, healthy, saturated fats. We talked about our brains being 60% fat at least. We need healthy fats. It's a great way to start your day, either morning or afternoon. And know that, again, a common question, it is not only for coffee, it is not only for tea. You can make a cookie, you can make a biscotti. Those recipes are found on the Facebook page. You can also make, I think Keto Mom made an amazing mousse, I heard. So if you're looking for more recipes with Keto OS, know that you can look at Keto Mom's recipes, and she's got a whole bunch of stuff out there. Give her some hearts and thumbs up. You can also Google Keto Cream Cookies. You can make a shake or smoothie out of this. You can add coconut milk or hazelnut milk and some ice cubes and blend it up and have a nice little smoothie for the kids. You can actually mix, if you want to, the orange with the Keto Cream. You can mix a 3.0 with the Keto Cream. You can put a little Max with the Keto Cream. Know that you can mix and match those. Find what works for you. Find what your stomach tolerates the best and what makes you feel better. So maybe not focus again on the urine strips or focus on the blood meter. Go by how you feel. Go by how your moods are. Are you happy when you get home? Are you able to handle the stress of the holidays? Are you getting through your daily tasks, going to bed when you're supposed to, and waking up feeling refreshed? Those are all the amazing things I want you really to focus on when you're using ketones for fuel. And if you want to take it a step farther and not just drink the Keto OS, but look at the Native 8 lifestyle, it is on the line at PruvItNow.com. The playbook is also there to help you get through those things. Somebody just said that Keto Cream makes an amazing ice cream. You're right, Katie, amazing ice cream. Again, I want to thank everyone for being here. I really want to thank Nancy and Brian Underwood for taking me out of my comfort zone and asking me to do a Facebook Live. I feel blessed every week that I can be here as a teacher and to help teach you more about ketones, more about the options you have to make your lifestyle better. And I appreciate all the hearts and thumbs and great comments I get. So everyone have a wonderful day and have a safe day. We've got a lot of snow here in the Midwest, so take it slow and steady. The ketones will help you focus on the road and drive a little bit safer and have better reaction times because you're getting more oxygen to your body. And I will see you next Wednesday, 1 o'clock Central Standard Time. Know that you can share this conversation or this Facebook Live with your friends or family or someone else who missed it. You can go back and look at any of the other videos, whether it's mine or Rob DeBoer's Fitness Fridays or Keto Mom, and know that there's an amazing amount of resource that you can share, you can listen to continue to help educate you on how to be your better. So have a great day, and we will see you all next Wednesday.